Toronto's third legal pot shop is getting set to open its doors this weekend. Nova Cannabis on Queen West near Spadina will celebrate its grand opening on Saturday, April 20th, also known as 420. How fitting. And Richard
it's a big weekend
now.
if you're into that.
It is a big weekend for that. And speaking of which, lots of people will be smoking, maybe some people consuming edibles, although those aren't technically allowed to be sold here in Ontario. But in the U.S., one food chain is testing out CBD-infused burgers.
Yeah, it's
what
right
do you think about
us.
this?
It's right behind us here. It could be the future. This is Carl's Jr., that U.S. burger chain. They used to have a store in Toronto. They no longer do. This burger is called the Rocky Mountain High Cheeseburger Delight. It features 2 beef patties, pickled jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and 5 milligrams of CBD extract, Ginella. Now, CBD doesn't get you high in the traditional sense. Some people, though, think it helps with pain relief, although there has been a lot of scientific research to back that up. It's going to be available just at Carl's Jr.'s Denver locations and just on 420, and it's going to sell for $4.20. So just
That's
kind of
quite a deal.
It is a deal. It's kind of a gimmick for now, but we might see more of this stuff going forward.
We shall see. Okay, you like to sport some facial hair, and it is playoff season. Lots of guys grow their playoff beards during this time of year, but there's something that maybe men should be considering when it comes to hygiene.
Yeah, get this. A new study finds that men's beards carry way more germs and bacteria than a dog's fur, Ginella. Yeah, researchers found that every single bearded man they tested between the ages of 18 and 75 had very high bacteria counts in their beards, while most dogs tested medium and low levels of bacteria. In fact, 7 of the men that they tested had so much beard bacteria that they said they were at risk of getting sick.
I guess, what is that? Just the food landing and just like...
you don't maybe shampoo. They say you should shampoo your beard if you have one. Maybe not a lot of men do. So
Right.
Who knows what's lurking in there, Ginella?
I always get jealous of the men's hair products because it's like hair, face, body, beard, like one thing, whereas women, they have something different for everyone.
We're getting off a bit easier
there. All right. Okay, so a story you brought us earlier in the show is garnering a lot of attention online. We're talking about daylight savings.
So there's a bill at Queen's Park, a private member's bill from a Liberal MPP that would do away with the time change. Marie-France Lalonde said what she wants to have happen is next spring we go forward, Ginella, but then we don't change the clocks again. I asked the government about it today, and the Ford government says, hey, we might be on board with that. So here's some of the tweets we're getting. Hans said, was the first to chime in on City News. He said, keep daylight saving time instead of standard time. Lighter in the evening is much better, which is what the government might do. Monica agrees. She says, yes. Stop daylight saving time already. It is no longer needed, and it hurts so many people. We hear so many complaints about that, Ginella. I like what Hugh said. He said, let's not be so quick to speak here. We would put ourselves out of sync with our friends maybe in the United States. And that's a problem because, the stock market would open perhaps at different times. There's a lot of trade that goes on. That's one of the criticisms people bring up when they
I'm into it. I think that we got to be careful with the morning because you may be dealing with darker mornings, but more light in the evening, I could get on board with that.
A lot of people would be.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Richard. Our next hour of City News starts right now.